Good evening, everyone, and welcome. I'm just going to assume you all are March Madness crazy fans watching basketball by the droves, because it's on every sports channel. I mean, you can't get away from it now. College basketball is what's going on, and it is what's happening here in Waxahachie, Texas, suburb of the DFW Metroplex, just a few minutes south of Dallas, here in the Schaefer Center on the campus of Southwestern Assemblies of God University. And the SAGU Lions, this is kind of weird. Yeah, it's on their court, but technically it would be wrong for me to say they're hosting Montana Tech. Usually we say SAGU hosting Montana Tech. Not tonight. Montana Tech is the higher seed, and they are the home team as far as the books and the stats go, if that means anything to you statisticians out there. But it's going to be a barn burner, and I hope you are ready. Let's just review how we got here really quick. NAIA Men's Basketball Championship. This is the opening round. It's actually the second round, or they call it the round of 32. So, 21 conferences. 233 men's basketball teams across America. They get down to the final 64. Now we're down actually to the final 32 as of tonight. There's 16 sites, 4 teams at each site. So last night in the actual opening round, there were 64 teams going on across America. Each site, one of the 16 right here, will host 4 teams. Montana Tech beat MACU of Oklahoma City, and SAGU beat Central Methodist of, I'm blanking on, I know it's in between St. Louis and Kansas City. It's in Missouri, but I forget the town's name. Anyway, this is the championship game for this particular pod. The winner tonight, as in all 16 pods, will go next week and meet in Kansas City to have the final 16 showdown. And so everything's on the line. It's one and done at this point, and both of these teams are fighting for a spot to go to Kansas City. Right now, we're going to go down to the floor. Our very own Jazz Williams is with head coach Adam Hyatt of Montana Tech. Jazz, what does Coach have to say?
Thanks, John. Coach, your Ore Diggers are coming off of a hard-fought physical game last night, less than 24 hours ago. What has been the plan to prepare for the quick turnaround for today?
Well, first of all, rest is important when you got these quick turnarounds. You know, our conference schedule, we have a rest day in between every game, so these back-to-backs are a challenge for us, but just wanted to make mention that SAGU's been an incredible host. They've been very accommodating with all of our requests. They gave us extra rest time, for a later shoot-around, so we're really appreciative for everything that they've done for us. But we really just try to focus on the mental aspect, to understand through film, preparation, the tendencies of the team. They're just super talented. It's a team that's going to cause a lot of challenges for us, but, we just hope that the extra rest today is going to help us to sustain the battle that's going to be for 40 minutes tonight.
SAGU is another fast-paced, inside defense-oriented team. What is your plan to overtake the Lions and move on to Kansas City?
Well, similar to last night, I guess if there was a benefit of playing 2 like teams from the same conferences, there's similar styles. They're just a little bit longer than MACU, a little bit more physical on the interior. We got to be able to control tempo. That's the biggest thing. If this is a up and down affair, they're run up and down and shooting free and easy, we're turning the ball over. It's going to be a long night, but we like our physical play. If we're allowed to play physical in the paint, then we believe that we can slow them down a little bit.
Thanks, Coach, and good luck tonight. Back to you, John.
Thanks, Jazz, and Coach Hyatt really hit the nail on the head. By the way, I'm John Cookman. I'm your play-by-play host, and along my side, my broadcast partner is Coach Michael Sons. He is an expert and a legend in the basketball world, and his expertise will come in handy tonight as we call this game. And while Jazz changed out and getting a coach lined up, Coach Dill lined up, Coach Sons. I mean, I feel like, my opinion, Coach Hyatt really nailed it on the head, and he understood that MACU and SAGU are so similar, and he got a look, and I think he might feel a little more comfortable with the matchup, at least what they need to do.
Yeah, he hit the nail on the head. If they try to run or try to get into SAGU's game with them, it could be a really long night, because SAGU is very good at pace.
Yeah.
And they actually got to practice last night, really, when they played MACU. Very similar
good way to look
styles.
at it. Yeah, that's true. All right, we're going to go down again to the court where Jazz is with head coach for SAGU, Delton Dill. Jazz, Coach Dill, take it away.
Thanks, John. Coach, Montana Tech, as well as your Lions, are coming off of a short time span of just playing yesterday. What has been the plan to prepare and be able to play at full strength tonight?
It's tournament basketball, so this is the way it is. You've got to go short notice, and you got to get back. So now it's about who's going to be able to dig down, find that energy to play at the highest level you can. It's not easy, but if it was easy, you wouldn't be playing right now if that's what you're looking for. So, we embrace the challenge, and we're excited to play.
The Ore Diggers play a focused, methodical style of basketball. What is your plan to gain another home win at the national tournament?
I think, you're right. They're a great offensive team, for real. They play very well together. They move the ball. They can all shoot. They post up well. They do a little bit of everything. So I think for us, it's just disrupt. We play with joy, play happy, come out here, play together, force them to have to defend us as much as we have to defend them, and then just make it a wide open game. If we can do that, then I think we got a chance.
Thanks, Coach, and good luck tonight. Back to you, John.
Thanks, Jazz and Coach Sons. I think Jazz described them very accurately and methodical and focused, and that's what we saw yesterday. They had trouble getting the ball in the bucket like I think they're used to in the first half. Coach Hyatt goes in the locker room, makes a few adjustments, then all of a sudden the bucket just opens up and they start performing like they normally do. And these guys can shoot you out of the gym if you give them any space to do so. All right, we're going to go down courtside right now for the opening pregame festivities. You're watching the SAGU Sports Network.
Of the national anthem. Heavenly Father, we thank you for today, another day that you have made. Lord, we thank you for the honor and privilege to be able to serve you. Lord, we pray for these two great programs and great teams, that you be with them, protect them from all injury and all harm. Be with everyone who has traveled here and after the game following as well, that you be with them in the days to come. Lord, we love you. We praise you. May everything we do honor you. In Jesus' name, amen. And now, the starting lineups for today's game, starting with the number 6 seed, the SAGU Lions. Sophomore, number 3, Noah Bowling. Senior, number 10, Josh Kashila. Senior, number 13, Isaiah Bowling. Senior, number 14, Nathan Bailey. And senior, number 24, Joel Polias. Head coach for the SAGU Lions is Delton Dill. Assistant coaches are Emmanuel Adoy, James Sutherland, and Darian Davis. And now, the starting lineups for the number 3 seed, Montana Tech. Senior, number 1, Sindhu Diallo. Sophomore, number 10, Caleb Belich. Senior, number 20, Taylor England. Junior, number 24, Drew Hughes. And senior, number 30, Darius Collins. Head coaches, Adam Hyatt. Assistant coaches, Tyler Miller. Student assistant, Kyle Spencer.
All right, we're back and we're ready for tip-off. The starting lineups have been made. And, man, this is a big one, Coach. This is so exciting.
Yeah, I'm excited.
It's so exciting.
Who can win the style of play?
Yeah, and that's great. I like that as the opening theme. There is 2 polar opposite styles of play that's going to happen here. And you're going to see SAGU come out and really push it. Actually, from the tip-off, Joel Polias will not jump. So this is going to be Digger's ball. And now you're going to get to see this focused, methodical offense. If they can come out and get hot early, that could put some pressure on SAGU to think about how it's going to approach the game. Nice, quick bucket. That is Drew Hughes, the senior guard. And out of a plethora of great three-point shooters that Montana Tech brings in, he is actually the worst of them, shooting 33%. Most teams, that's the best shooter. And he just kind of has, he's at the end of he's the caboose on that line.
SAGU going inside. That was nice finish by Polias.
So they only gave Hughes that too. That was a very long 2-pointer. And that's going to be SAGU ball. Diallo commits the turnover there. And we talked about it a little bit yesterday. As great of a player and scorer Diallo is, he is lacking in the ball handling side of things.
More of a 2, yeah.
Yeah, definitely more of a 2. But you will see him handle the ball a lot. But I think that creates some ball exposure. Oh, that was nice. Mr. England. Taylor England with the easy 2. And that came from a great pump fake.
Who does a shootout favor?
A shootout? Oh, I think it definitely favors Montana Tech. There's no doubt about that. But when you say a actual shootout, I'm imagining you're saying from the perimeter.
Trading buckets.
Yeah. Well, trading buckets, I think SAGU.
Like who's got the longevity on that?
SAGU.
I agree.
They can run the floor faster. You're going to see a lot more fast breaks.
Yeah.
Come out of
transition defense for Montana Tech. I mean, anytime you play SAGU.
But possession accuracy when it comes to, shooting, it might tick towards Montana Tech. Oh, great feed from Balach to Taylor England.
That's a good set.
Excellent. And we little different startup for Montana Tech than yesterday, where they struggled. And that's what I'm saying. And Coach Hyatt said it in the pregame interview. The blessing kind of was I get two very similar teams back to back. Man, it's fresh in our mind how MacU ran their game, and it's not going to be much different, when it comes to SAGU. So how they attack their defense, very similar, and then how the offense will attack us, very similar. So I can imagine they were sitting around in somebody's hotel room, like they all got together, team meeting. Coach said, hey, let's watch this, and broke it all down and really got a good mental image of how they were going to play this game. Starting off well for the Diggers. It is 6-2, Montana Tech.
Both teams are very impressive with poise. Nothing's going to rattle them. They're going to do what they do. And it should be really high-level basketball all day.
Oh, that is a great get by Isaiah Bowling. The ref got in the way. And Darius Collins had to hold him up. Very nice. Stays with SAGU. Polius had a good look at it, but just rattled around and did not go in last time. It was great defense by Taylor England. And that was a brick. Let's just be honest. That was a brick from Nate Bailey, which you will not see much. Him shooting that off.
Oh, he's pretty smooth. He'll get going.
One of the best three-point shooters for SAGU. That's a good-looking shot by Hughes. Here comes Kashila. Kind of a Euro step, but didn't go all the way, attack all the way. And he's so good with the finesse in the paint from, 10 feet. That is such a hard shot. Diallo with his first attempt. No good. Kashila.
Montana Tech's getting good looks, certainly.
Oh, Isaiah Bowling. It was the Bowling brothers in the first half of their game against Central Methodist last night that really got SAGU going from the perimeter early on. Here comes the great shooter, Balach. Goes all the way through with the reverse. That's a big-time shot right there. Bailey mishandles it. Now they reset. Going to start it off with Josh Kashila. Read like a book from Hughes. He bats it out of bounds. Still stays with SAGU.
Hughes played a big role in the second half last night.
Yeah, very good. And really, the youngster that comes in for Hughes, Bake.
Oh, yeah.
Woo, he's good, too. He's so fun to watch.
Shake and bake.
Great handles, but even better shooter. Oh, that was the in and out by Balach. It was tracking really well. Oh, here we go. Oh, that was a great get. I think Bowling a little unselfish there, maybe too much so. He's had the hot hand lately.
Man, the whole team was hot last night.
They really were. Kick out to England. England can actually shoot that. He's not looking for it. He's going to take it down to Polius. Ooh.
It's good defense.
Bailey thought he had all ball there. Yeah, there's a little risk there. He did get ball, but a little too much contact on the arm as well. Taylor England.
He was sort of the calm in the storm last night, too.
He shoots 71% from the free throw line. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. From what I could tell, I didn't see any Montana Tech player rattled.
No, poised under pressure.
When McHugh was making that really great run late in the second half, they looked so confident in what they could do. And 26 wins in a season will do that for you, really.
You kind of mirror what your coach's personality is, too.
Yeah.
They seem prepared.
Oh, in and out for Josh Kashila. That was a little Harden-esque step back. Looked good. Just a little off. Diallo. They left him alone. I don't know that you want to leave him alone that far out. He seems to get better the further out he gets. He shoots 36% from the three-point line, Coach.
All right, 5 minutes in. Who's winning the tempo battle?
Oddly enough, Montana Tech is winning the tempo.
I agree.
That's not how we forecasted. Although they are being very focused, it doesn't feel as methodical as maybe yesterday. That's a travel call that, I missed. Maybe just a shuffle of the feet. Going up, when you see Joel Polius in front of you, it tends to kind of make you rethink things. Nick Mason in the game. If he gets a one-on-one situation just like that, his field goal percentage is extremely high. He's in that plus 70 category.
Yeah, he's one of the elite NAIA players in the country.
Still nursing a little bit of a knee injury. Balach. That is smooth. I like his release point. It's way high, and he's not a small character by any means, but when he goes up, the smaller defender is not going to intimidate his shot at all. Keenan Gooden in number 40 in the white jersey for SAGU. Darius Collins backs it up. Off the mark for Balach. Good rebound by Nate Bailey. Oh, great. Oh, he recovered it. That was a bullet. Gooden says, come on, big guy, wake up. Good morning.
You can sense SAGU's intensity picking up.
And when Gooden gets in the game and Mason get in the game like this, it's a lift, big time. They're going to go down low, and I put on paper that if SAGU can get the matchup of Baumstark to Polius, they need to take it every time. Baumstark is a little bit bigger than Polius, but just not nearly as quick. And that looks exploitable for Polius, although Baumstark is a fantastic player. Oh, wow. Double clutch. Down underneath. He reaches back. And Nick Mason just wow, like you said, an elite athlete.
If he gets going, good things for SAGU today. You just can't guard him.
You can't, and I will say, last night's game got away from Central Methodist when SAGU was playing, and they were a fantastic defense, but they did something you could tell they had planned for Nick Mason. He didn't go anywhere without two hands on him, and they made it very, very difficult. And the result, Mason didn't have a lot of points like he's used to. He's nowhere near his average. That's how you play Nick Mason. You cannot go one-on-one. He will absolutely prove a mismatch it doesn't matter who in the league. If you're one-on-one on Nick Mason, it's going to be a mismatch in favor of Mason.
And that was a great adjustment. Coach Dill putting Nick into the mid-post area, getting him the ball there, and letting him create. Because
less of a chance.
Yeah, he's got the shooters all around him. And similar to what Montana Tech did last night with England.
Right. Yeah, England's got a great short game. I mean, obviously he's fantastic under the basket, but he's fantastic, bring him out 14, 15 feet.
Yeah, and he's got good court vision.
Here comes Diallo, gets it out. Now you see Bake in the lineup. Do not give him an inch. Here comes Gooden. This might be a flush. Nope. It's 2 points, though. The fantastic freshman, Keenan Gooden. Future for SAGU looks bright in Gooden's hands. Bake. Wow.
It was a nice possession.
Oh, my goodness.
SAGU's about to go on a run. They work the shot clock to 5 and get a bucket.
That was high level.
But here we go.
There's Nate Bailey. Don't let him get hot. He can score them in bunches.
Smooth operator.
Diallo gets it out, kicks it back to the corner. That one's short.
He's got to go to the other corner.
Yeah.
Last night.
Yeah, right.
He's on the wrong side.
Ure can shoot. I just think you got better shooters on the floor. You want to get it to. Mason dishes it out. Here's Kashila wide open. He's too good wide open. You can't let him get hot. I mean, there's a lot of players. You think that same thing about. That was great ball movement to the extra pass from Isaiah Bowling. Mason started that from the top. He could have taken that. That is so green light for Nick Mason. He's 70+% at that foul line area as a jumper. And he bounce passes to the corner because he knows Isaiah Bowling's hot.
Yeah.
They quickly get to Bowling like they should, but that pulled the defense out of range to guard Kashila, and Bowling saw it. Saw the movement, extra pass. Kashila pays it off.
Yeah, and it starts with Nick Mason getting that ball, high post area, getting a paint touch, spreading out that Montana Tech defense. And then San Antonio Spur-like back in the day. The drive, the paint touch, the kick, the swing, and the bucket.
Yeah.
I'm a Maverick fan, but that's the only reason I give them their respect.
You've done that to us a couple times on the Spurs count, and I'm not a huge Spurs fan.
It's just beautiful basketball.
It was. Emphasis on was.
Does Tony Parker ever miss a mid-range shot? I don't know. I don't think I've seen him miss one.
Montana Tech bringing it up. Trying to find a little bit. Now, the defense, now you have Alaric Hall. He is the fastest player on the court. There's not going to be anybody quicker or faster than a Larry Hall. And so Delton Dill just has the luxury. He just keeps throwing something better at you.
It's like a really good pitcher in baseball.
Yeah.
He's got about 8 pitches. Hey, you don't know what's coming.
Yeah.
Or you may know, and you just can't stop it.
Yeah, you just can't stop it, really. Here comes Diallo.
Big possession here for Montana Tech. You don't want to let SAGU.
Did they count that? That did go in. They did not. It's on the floor. Diallo with a quick one. He's off. Bloch tries to get the rebound. Does get good hands on it. Just couldn't wrangle it in. Now Kashila steps in for Nate Bailey. So Larry Hall is going to keep the point guard duties. Gooden. Speaking of Gooden, they're going to say he cleared out. No way. I did not see that. Let's see if we can see it in slow-mo. He drives, steps through. Where's the clear out? No foul. And he banks at the right bank, Coach. They're open on the weekends. Unfortunate call for Montana Tech there. Oh, that almost went in, actually. Diallo is going to get 2 free throws out of this possession. And oddly enough, to be the leading scorer on this team, he is one of the worst free throw shooters they have.
I like the idea, though, to get to the rim, try to get something, and then get to the foul line, just to kind of slow this SAGU thing down.
Yep. He makes both of those. Oh, that was really good by Darius Collins there to read. He just knew it was coming down. Front facing, didn't turn his back. Collins going to attack. He gets it to fall. And that was well contested by Gooden. No good. Hall picks it up. Gooden's got it. He resets really quickly. He's going to start the offense from the right wing. Gets it to Hall. Hall, nothing. That was Hall picks up the rebound and the putback, but does not go in. Montana Tech not rattled at all. They were down 13 just moments ago.
Well, now what you'll start seeing is the SAGU is sitting on the back door. It was there early. Now the counter to that's going to be the handoff or the fake handoff in the post attacking. Just a really good offensive idea against SAGU's pressure defense.
Coach Hyatt just really working the strategy. Oh, that's way out. That's 30 feet out. Hughes looked like he felt comfortable, like he's done that a few times. It was great mechanics. Rotation looked perfect, just a little long. Bowling. Oh, misread. And that was tipped out by Belich. Great defense by Darius Collins. Hey, that was a fantastic effort by Larry Hall. He's been really attacking the basket lately, more so than we've ever seen him, and he's had great success. That was way off the mark. SAGU just content to play some half-court basketball. Impressive. Nate Bailey shooting from the two-point range. You don't see that a lot unless he's on a fast break layup. Diallo. Now Diallo is so good at 15. Here comes Polius. I actually thought he was going to dish it, and somehow
he probably
got rid of. Yeah. Nate Bailey was wide open on the wing. Diallo got to be careful using his offhand to push. Belich. He can shoot that. Does not go in. Here comes Kashila. I love this by SAGU. They're saying, hey, we can run the methodical offense as well. We don't have to be a fast break team. Oh, that is beautiful.
Nice shot.
Joel Polius. Just pretty. That had some magical rhythm on it. Darius Collins. Or Diggers not shooting well from the perimeter. They're going to say he was out of bounds.
An animated timeout call.
Montana Tech. Okay, we got a little after the play. It looks like this is a full timeout. After the play, it looked like they called a foul on 23, which I believe is Larson. We'll try to clear this up for you. Right now, we're just going to kick it out to a message from our sponsor. We'll be right back with some clarity on that. You're watching the SAGU Sports Network.
When you trust someone with your money, you're part of something greater than yourself. You're investing in a principle that it takes individuals to create a community, that a meaningful purpose can be found in a calling, that at some point, everyone will need a helping hand, that we are stronger when we support each other. That's why at AGCU, we donate 10% of our annual profit to ministry, education, and humanitarian causes. At AGCU, we're banking with a purpose so you can live for yours.
So did indeed assess that foul to Bridger Larson. Still unsure as to why, because it was after the play. They had already called Polius out of bounds. And there's just kind of a weird interaction there.
I don't know if Coach knows they made that call. They came out in something offensively.
Going to go down to Mason.
Never a bad idea.
And one of the better, maybe best defensive player for Montana Tech just has to foul Mason. They're still trying to work the one-on-one matchup when Mason has the ball. Mason, good with them. Here comes Montana Tech. This is Bake running the show up top. Gets it to England. England gets it poked away from him. Here comes Balach tacking the basket, and it was hit by Polius. Maybe a little fortunate that he didn't get the foul call there.
Yeah, he should be shooting foul shots here.
He should be. He really got him on the shoulder. And Darius Collins goes out. Diallo in. That is tipped away by Polius. It might be a team block there. Gooden was in on it as well. Bailey off the mark. Balach with the rebound. Gets it to Diallo, and they're lightly pushing it up. I think they could have really pushed that hard and had some numbers. Just not really in the DNA of the way Montana Tech is made up.
And they've actually had 3 uncharacteristic possessions where I felt like they shot shots that they really didn't want to shoot, or the coach didn't want them to shoot it.
Sure.
And they started slow last night, so there's no need to panic. Lots of ball game left.
Gets it out to the wing. Bailey contests. That's off. Polius pulls it in right at the end of the shot clock. So they're doing really good at working the shot clock down. Oh, Mason. You know, by now, I mean, Mason's graduating. He's been in the league a while. You wouldn't think it would be a mystery what Mason can do to you. Maybe you thought the knee, I mean, he has been nursing a knee injury for quite a while. So you're thinking, we might not have to focus on Mason much due to the knee, but we said it last night, an 80% Mason is better than most 100% there's a travel by Mason. 100% elite players in the NAIA.
And it's not like you're doing a bad job on him. He just raises up higher than you do. And then he's so good at that little mid-range jumper.
Yeah, but you've got to always be thinking, if you're not going to just double down, just purely double down on him, you've got to make help defense well aware that their job is to get there fast. Defense needs help against Mason. They're going to call Noah Bowling with a charge. Bake got there. And here comes Montana Tech. Some token pressure by Bowling. For those of you that don't know the SAGU team, there are 2 Bowlings out on the court. They are brothers. That's 13 and 3. England with a great rebound. Goes up hard over Polius. Just a little short. At first, England was getting the better of that matchup, but lately Polius has been a great disruptor to anything England's tried to do down low. This is almost close to a 4 corners.
Yeah.
Oh, that is going to be a foul on Taylor England, a smart foul, because that was about to be a crowd raising what do they call it? The standing ovation type of dunk. Polius can absolutely rattle the rim when he dunks, and it is a crowd pleaser here in the Schaefer Center.
Montana Tech needs to get a couple buckets here before the half.
Yeah, it'd be 20 points. That's just not going to cut it against high-powered offense like SAGU. But they, again, starting off slow from the perimeter.
What was the halftime lead last night?
There was no lead. It was 30-30.
That's right.
Belic took an 8-point lead with two three-point shots at the end.
The 4-point play.
Yeah, and we got the 4-point play to tie it up.
They need to dial that up again right here.
Well, that's a 17-point lead. A little different, but they do need some momentum. Diallo. Ouch. That was a tough fall by Taylor England. There was 4 white jerseys around Taylor England on that. He was not in a good position to land. Wow. Tough kid. Diallo in the corner. Just the defense is so quick. He is extremely fast, but this defense is getting and staying in front of Diallo, keeping him from attacking the rim. Here comes Mason. This is a mismatch. Yeah, I don't think that was designed for Michael Ure to be in a one-on-one situation. Somebody got lost in a switch, and they absolutely failed to help. England gets the rebound off the Nick Mason free throw miss. Hughes off the front. England with a rebound. Collins threatens to shoot the perimeter shot, but no go. Here he comes. Good spin for England. And that's a great move by Taylor England. Took it right to Nick Mason. And that is going to be his second foul. Coach Dill is going to bring Mason to the bench. And Mason's minutes are definitely going up as he has entered back into active play over the last 3 games. Coach Dill's just kind of eased him back in. He has played 10 minutes of this half. He has 13 points. A couple fouls, few rebounds. But highly impactful. Kashila tried to get underneath the defense. A lot of passing around the horn. 10 seconds left. Oh, good block by England. If they run, but good. Oh, big time. That Coach, mark that. That was close to 40 feet.
The logo.
That was close to 40 feet.
They needed it.
Wow. Yeah. Now, that was a quick comeback. It looked, it was looking pretty gloomy for Montana Tech. And a 3-point shot like that, man, wow. I know it's a 12-point lead, but it probably gives you a good feeling to see a long-range bomb like that go in. You're like, okay, it can go in. We're used to seeing these go in. We just got to figure out, what are we going to do? We saw Coach Hyatt go into the locker room yesterday. He figured it out, got his team to execute it. Can he do it again? I'd say it's a better chance that he can than not.
I agree.
So it's a 12-point lead right now for SAGU, but they got to play another excellent second half to get this win. I just don't think Montana Tech is going to go away.
Oh, no. And second half last night, they shot the ball really well. It was night and day.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they're getting looks. They're just not making them. SAGU's defense has a lot to do with that.
Yeah, that is true. They have. Coach Dill has thrown 12 players out on the floor that are all high caliber talent, and they're role players too. Mm-hmm. So they've really bought into doing and being experts at what the role has been designed for them to do, and they stay in their lane. And then when you see that happen, that's usually when SAGU just really begins to roll. Everybody, when ROLL, when everybody ROLE plays the role that is designed for them, and it's powerful.
Seniors just want to win.
Yeah, it's true. All right, we're gonna. It looks like we're gonna go down to courtside. Yes, Jazz Williams on the court with assistant coach Tyler Miller for the Ore Diggers. Take it away, Jazz.
Thanks, John. Coach, you've had a notable post presence in the first half, with England having 10 of your team's points. How has his contributions pushed your Ore Diggers offensively, and what more can be done?
Taylor's done a great job. He's always been a workhorse for us. One thing that he's done a great job is going off the 2 feet, trying to pump fake, get to the foul line, which he's really good at making free throws. The thing that we need to do offensively is we got to get our perimeter guys to make more shots. We've hit 1 of 12 from 3. We need to make more perimeter shots. We just need guys to step up and make those shots.
What message are you giving your team going into the locker room to refocus for the second half?
We need to just slow down a little bit, run our offense. We got a little sped up a little bit, just guys hunting shots. Big thing is we got to get back on defense too, and we've got to reposition in the post defense because number 5's hurting us. So we're going to look to maybe try to double him this next half. So,
thanks, Coach. Back to you, John.
Thanks, Jazz, and Coach Tyler Miller, assistant coach, I should say, for the Ore Diggers. Man, what a fantastic coaching crew up there in Montana Tech. They just know what they're doing. I have high anticipation that they will turn this train around quite a bit. Now, I know that's monumental. SAGU they're just that good, guys. And we are the SAGU Sports Network. We pride ourselves in not being biased. I mean, obviously, it's hard not to lean into, your school. But when I say this, I'm just trying to say this from a purely objective perspective. SAGU is just that good. Yes, they can fall into, the lulls and the doldrums when they get bored. But when it comes to post play, they've just proven year in and year out that they can get focused, and it is going to take your best effort if you're the opponent to beat them, especially on their floor. Can it be done? Absolutely. We've seen it. We've seen SAGU go down on their floor several times this year. But it took monumental efforts, extreme amounts of focus. Now, one thing I think you could count on is that Montana Tech will not go in the locker room and just call it quits. They're going to come out believing that they can turn this around, and that's exciting. So that means you're not going to want to go anywhere. You're going to want to stay right there on the SAGU Sports Network, whatever platform you're watching, and continue to see how this game plays out. Right now, we're going to kick it to some of our sponsors, but we will be back shortly with some breakdown and what to expect in the second half. You're watching the SAGU Sports Network.
When you trust someone with your money, you're part of something greater than yourself. You're investing in a principle that it takes individuals to create a community, that a meaningful purpose can be found in a calling, that at some point, everyone will need a helping hand, that we are stronger when we support each other. That's why at AGCU, we donate 10% of our annual profit to ministry, education, and humanitarian causes. At AGCU, we're banking with a purpose so you can live for yours.
I would tell students to expect to make their lifelong friends. It's not hard to find your community because SAGU is home. You can find people that either have the same passion as you or it can be completely different, but at the same time, you're able to network, but they're also going to help you along the way too.
There's such a community there, and throughout my 3 years at SAGU, I built so many connections, so many opportunities, and not only the students care about you, they pray for you, and they guide you to your God-given gift and your God-given talent.
Community starts here.
In the recruiting process, we went to a lot of NCAA, D1, D2, D1 AA, FCS, FBS, just all of them. And it's quite a process. And what we like about the NAIA is that's what they're focusing on, is the student athlete and their character and their future, and it's about them.
What I've learned the most from golf is to have integrity in everything you say and do.
One of the biggest lessons of that sports impacts my daily life is discipline. Be a champion of character, it just means to realize first that you're a part of something that's bigger than yourself.
Being a part of NAIA is something that I'm going to keep with me forever because it's not only made me a better athlete, but it's made me a better person.
The NAIA really just cares about their student athletes and just the experience in general at the school, and I think that's really important.
The NAIA stands for, has great core values. One that's most important to me is servant leadership. Being able to serve your community is a huge reason why I chose the NAIA.
I am a champion of character.
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 When you trust someone with your money, you're part of something greater than yourself. You're investing in a principle that it takes individuals to create a community, that a meaningful purpose can be found in a calling, that at some point, everyone will need a helping hand, that we are stronger when we support each other. That's why at AGCU, we donate 10% of our annual profit to ministry, education, and humanitarian causes. At AGCU, we're banking with a purpose so you can live for yours.
All right, we're back courtside. Both teams just trying to get back in a groove so they can play this second half. We're going to go down to courtside right now. Jazz Williams is with assistant coach Sutherland for the SAGU Lions. Jazz, what does Coach Sutherland have to say?
Thanks, John. Coach, you've had a great shooting night so far, shooting at 52% from the field, but keeping Montana Tech to 1 for 12 from beyond the arc from the perimeter. What has been the key to great offense and lockdown defense tonight?
I mean, honestly, just our energy has kind of been a big part of us, understanding like they run that ball screen a lot, and so we've had to try to defend that in a different way. They're a great shooting team, so we know that we got to get out to shooters early, so that's been helpful. And honestly, we've just kind of been playing with confidence. We know what's kind of on the line, so that's where we've been at right now.
What did you tell your Lions in the locker room to fire them up for the next 20 minutes of play?
I mean, there's not too much you got to say. 20 minutes to get to go to Kansas City is kind of the main focal point there. They know what's on the line, and we know these guys are playing for their season just like we are. They're a great team, so we got to come out there and match that intensity in the second half.
Thanks, Coach. Back to you, John.
Thanks, Jazz. And you heard it right there from Coach Sutherland. It's been about the energy, and it's energy and confidence, and he highlighted both of those points. And you just can't underestimate what confidence does in postseason play. The team that can carry in and be the most confident usually will be the team that walks away with the win. And you can just see all the way, Coach Dill, all the way down to the last guy on the bench, the trainers. SAGU's just very confident in what they can do and how they can perform. And that is just a hard mountain to climb if you're the opponent. Yeah, they're going to throw 3-4 All-American players at you, and there's always going to be an All-American on the floor at some point. And then, you're talking about Nick Mason, arguably the best player in the NAIA. And he's getting better. He's coming off of his knee injury, and he's just, you can see he's finding his groove. Montana Tech is not playing bad. They're not shooting good, but they're playing really good defense, and their hands are getting in. And right there, you see, just they're going to be intense. They've got to get the shooting thing corrected if they're going to have any chance at winning this game. They shot 8% from three-point line, and then when SAGU is just lighting it up, they're shooting 35, maybe a little higher now because Isaiah Bowling just made another three. You've got to get the ball in the bucket. Bloch gets it to Hughes. Oh, they're going to say Collins. They're going to say that was an illegal pick. Ooh, I just think that was a great pick. That was just a great pick. It wasn't blind.
I agree.
It just was one of those picks that rattled the guy getting picked, and it was hard. Looked like a great pick to me. SAGU with the ball. Nice. That's 2 straight buckets for SAGU. They're 2 for 2 already in the second half. Empty possession for Montana Tech last time. Here comes Diallo. He gets it up, gets it in. This will be interesting. It looks like they're still going to, they're not as confident in the long ball, so they're going to continue to attack. Collins gets the rebound. SAGU is out-rebounding Montana Tech by almost 10. Goodness. They're 3 for 4 in their 4 possessions. They've scored 3 times. SAGU has. Tech has just got to be able to hunker down and stop them. Taylor England, no good is a good try. Empty possession for SAGU now. Here comes Hughes. He's the one that hit the 40-footer at the buzzer. Oh, that's nice. They're going to get Bowling with the contact foul there. And Hughes gets an opportunity to get another three-point play, except this one's going to be the old-fashioned way.
Hughes is that guy. You notice on every team there's that guy.
Yeah.
That refuse to lose guy.
Yeah, and he is. And I would say SAGU's got Isaiah Bowling.
Yes.
And Montana Tech has Hughes. Bloch. Pretty form. Releases high at the top of his shot. Great rotation on the ball. Goes in. That's 2 3-point plays, 2 empty possessions for SAGU. Coach Dill says, I know we're up 11. I don't feel comfortable up 11. That says a lot right there. When Coach Dill, he's not one that just spends timeouts. He doesn't do that.
11 is nothing. I mean, 15 is still a good game, and you have a great opportunity.
Yeah. But with this team,
yes,
they can 2 3-point plays right there.
Oh, yeah, they didn't shoot well in the first half.
Yeah.
If they can just get it rolling, stops and shoot like they did in the second half last night, we're going to have a very good finish here today.
There you see the Liston quadrant, which is where SAGU is. If they win, they advance, and their opponent has been named. That's Thomas More, the 2 seed out of this bracket. Wow. The winner of this game right here will play Thomas More.
Good hands.
Yeah, that was great hands by England, and Polius got away with the travel. Oh, that was in and out. Balach, I think he thought it was in. You could just kind of see him grimace. Shooters usually know as soon as it's released. Darius Collins helps up Nate Bailey. It's good sportsmanship. I just love to see that, especially in a highly competitive game like this. The integrity of the character of the players in the NAIA is just, it's always amazes me. It's so good. That was way off. You don't usually see Bailey over airballing.
I thought there was a little contact on the closeout, but no call.
Diallo in and out. England with a great rebound. If he would have hit Balach when he first saw him, I think Balach has an easy three there. Here comes Mason. Oh, that's short. Oh, Balach had touched it. Yeah. Right.
So Montana Tech.
So that was good. I don't know if we could see that in replay again, but it was kind of funny because right there, Balach touches it, and that's why he goes for it. But the ref didn't see it, so they award that back to Montana Tech. That shot's off by Collins. Go ahead.
Three straight stops, and they're unable to convert on the other end, and now Nick Mason deep.
Yeah. Hands like a great wide receiver there. Taps it back down to himself, creates an opportunity to be open. It was good collapse by Montana to get there. Oh. And that's, yep. Great sequence. Nick Mason blocks it, knocks it out of bounds really, but Ure tried to catch it and couldn't. Oh, nice alley-oop. Polius gets away with a forearm to the chest of Ure. And somehow he missed
blows the easy
2-inch layup. Oh, that was a good read for Nate Bailey. He gets the foul call, though. Too much contact to get there. Collins goes to the bench, and that's going to bring in Camden Lawrence.
Montana Tech is missing the opportunity.
Yeah, too many empty possessions without any opportunity, really. It's down to Polius. Good defense by England. Polius goes over him now. Makes it look easy. Polius has 10 now with 6 rebounds. He's on his way to a double-double in the quadrant championship here in the Liston bracket. Oh, Hughes hits another one.
He's the one. If they can pick up on his energy. SAGU's really good. You have to take advantage of their empty possessions. You almost have to play perfect.
Well, at this point, yeah, it's going to require you to hit 70% of your shots from the field. And then you need to get 70% stops.
Yes.
Here comes England. It's good defense by Bailey just to kind of stand in there, but better balance control by England, and went straight up, got the conversion. That's going to be a hold on Hughes. And they get it back to Mason. Mason short. Oh, that's going to be a late call. But they're going to say Mason got hit on the elbow as he released the shot. Didn't see it there, but he's just a good clutch free throw shooter. That foul was assessed to Ure. Quick shot by Hughes. A little long. Mason somehow keeps possession of it. A little one-hand baby hook by Nate Bailey. Not his specialty. Diallo trying to find some room. Hughes missed the short 12-footer. We're going to reset it. SAGU is content to just keep working the shot clock. Oh yeah, that's all he could do, Coach. Like the smaller Diallo had to help, and when he helped, it was a switch help actually, and at before the help came, the offensive side got overloaded on the left there, which Nick Mason did the smartest thing he could do is just sit there at home on the block. And it was an easy get to. Diallo had to reach around and just grab him. And they're going to say Baumstark used a little too much body to push Keenan Gooden out of bounds there. So he gets assessed the foul. Oh, great. Oh, he lost it on the way up. Fantastic pass by Josh Kashila.
Both teams kind of gone cold.
A little cold. And great box out there. Just good angle of approach from Darius Collins. He really is so good. He's just a good baller, Darius Collins. Almost slipped out of Diallo's hands. That thing rolled around the whole rim. Did finally go down. It's a 12-point game. You cannot leave Nate Bailey wide open like that. They're going to say it stays with SAGU.
Flop warning here, maybe.
On who?
On Bailey, maybe. I didn't see the end of his shot.
this okay, we're waiting. We're just trying to figure it out. So give us a second. So they said Nate Bailey's number. He's the only 14 on the floor. They're going to call Bailey. I'm just going to try to settle down here. Blotch, you cannot miss those. He misses an easy technical foul shot. Now, it appears that they have assessed Nate Bailey for SAGU with a flop, an intentional flop, as he shot the three-point shot.
But with the missed foul shot, we all just wasted 3 minutes.
And that's unfortunate for Montana Tech, but it was this same ref crew that came in the other night and called 2 of those. I've been around basketball for 40 years plus. I'd never seen that shot. That I didn't even know it existed, that you could call it. And we saw it 2 times in one game. And same crew shows back up, and we see it again.
Well, and on one of the flops, the kid sprained his ankle.
Yeah.
Because he came down on the defender.
Ah, man. Oh, there he is, Bake. He can get hot. And believe it or not, Coach,
single digits.
It is a 7-point ball game.
Just like that.
And I just think Blotch hits that free throw. It's a 6-point ball game. 2 possessions. Wow. We weren't kidding when we said, don't go anywhere. This is going to be good. Montana Tech not going anywhere. Oh, live look in there. Wow, Olivet Nazarene, the higher seed, Grace College upsets them. That's an Indiana matchup there, and how about that? And that's a high-scoring affair.
Oh yeah.
2 gets knocked off by 7, and that looked like it was a great game the night before. Last night with Grace and Cumberland's. That's out of the Naismith quadrant. Huntington, the big upset over Georgetown. 11-point win. They're getting, they got beat by Faulkner, who is a perennial powerhouse in their conference. And Loyola did what they do, or is doing, and that's win. They're beating Florida College. We're back here in the Schaefer Center. I really like what Coach Dill's doing here. Oh, that did not go in. Actually, that's not a shot clock violation. It hit the rim. They just didn't reset it in time. Good putback by Gooden. To England. England makes a tough pass. It gets deflected by Isaiah Bowling. And he gets tripped up.
Not a bad foul.
Actually, yeah. And that, if he wouldn't have reached, didn't really need to, that would have been a good no call. Bowling to Kashila to Gooden, down to Polius. Oh yeah. Ooh, I'm sure Coach Hyatt can live with that foul call, but really I think it was England over the top with the foul. They're going to get baked with that foul. He's got a few to spare, and they are not nearly as skinny in the backcourt as they are on the front court. So you don't want England to get into foul trouble, although he's only got one.
Bake is probably wondering how he got hit in the face and got the call.
Yeah. It was the other side, but that's the way it be sometimes. And upset of the year, not the day, not the week, not the month, but the year just happened. IU Kokomo just upset William Penn, the number 1 seed. Oh, great dunk by Balach. That was great penetration and dump right there. Fundamental basketball. Good stop. Great defense by Balach. Now this is the possession. This might be the most significant possession for Montana Tech. They got to take care of the ball. Bake, way off the mark. Yeah, that's the possession right there that gives you the momentum to really make a run. I think they rushed that. Montana Tech just rushed that shot. They had 7 more seconds left to work with. And then Kashila just comes back down and actually finishes what he started from the previous possession. Now your back's on the ropes again. England gets it off to Diallo. Diallo resets up top, takes it way out. Still very poised and composed, Montana Tech. Diallo. Oh, bad pass. Bake comes up with it, gets it out to Diallo. They're going to say Josh Kashila impeded the progress. You'll see it right here. He gets tangled up right. I saw it in real time, but you couldn't see it there.
Montana probably wants the layup. They would trade that foul.
They would absolutely trade that. There was a great lead pass out to their quickest player, Diallo. For sure, 99.9% chance that goes in. England gets the rebound. Here's a second chance opportunity they don't get many of. England just could not get the left hand to give that ball enough English to spin into the bucket. They get it down to Polius. Polius goes across court, and there's Nate Bailey. He's always going to be good for 3 or 4. Yeah, he's on 3 right now. So. Yeah, that. Oh, wow. We have one ref call it on the floor, and then the ref on the side actually signaled a charge.
I'm not sure about that one.
Yeah, that guy's kind of got a history of making the oh boy. Coach Hyatt beside himself, and well, you better believe it. Coach Hyatt rightfully contesting that call.
Back out to 15. It was just 7.
Yeah.
SAGU has all kinds of firepower.
Yeah, two big 3-point, shots in back-to-back possessions. And here comes Mason. Gets it over to Polius. Only 2 seconds left on the shot clock. Noah Bowling gets it to go down long two there. And there's what we were talking about. The ball handling skills for Diallo, not the best. He's a great scorer. He attacks the basket really well. You just got to work on those handles just a little more. Taylor England, excellent free throw shooter. He gets them both, and he's going to get just a quick breather. And the sophomore, Bridger Larson, comes in. Oh, Larson, wow. Montana Tech gets very lucky there because Bailey totally missed the cutting Polius. Wow, he was wide open. That would have been a dunk for the ages.
Montana is at the point now in the game where they probably need to pick up the pace a little bit.
Yeah, they're just going to have to start firing, in their comfort zone, firing a lot of threes at the bucket. I don't know that you're just going to be able to grind it out with SAGU. There's just too much paint power. Kashila can attack the basket. Polius going to attack the basket. And then you get the NAIA's best player, Nicholas Mason. He's going to attack the basket. You got to trade threes for two at this point.
SAGU is just a loaded roster.
Hughes, good shooter. Oh, it's a good look. SAGU's not paying attention to the high roll there, though, by Polius. Wow, Nick Mason heating up from long distance. And Les Montana Tech just goes on a absolute tear shooting spree. That's a great cut, great bucket, but I just don't think you're going to be able to trade, be looking at twos at this point. It's going to be a losing cause.
Yeah, and SAGU has gone into their mode where they're working the shot clock. So it's just, a shortened game now. Don't know if there's enough clock left without Montana really effectively changing the pace on both ends. They've got to speed SAGU up and hope for the best. I mean, initially, that's the formula for disaster.
Yeah, right.
Because you can't run with SAGU.
Yeah, no. But what you needed to do is execute your game plan by making buckets.
Yes.
And out of all, you can say, hey, run here, go do these spots, do this drill, those things you can control, but one of the things that you have the least amount of control in is maybe the most important aspect of the game, and that's getting the ball in the bucket. And when you're a long-range shooting team and you're cold, it just doesn't usually work out. Ask good old Coach K about that. He's lost most of the time when he lost in the big dance, in the big tournament, it was due to poor perimeter shooting. SAGU, very content with being patient. They're in Montana Tech is in an attack-style zone. Balach tries to get his hand. He does disrupt it, but just the bigger body in Joel Polius, he can just impose his will when it becomes a ground game. And they're cold. It's just not a good shooting night for Montana Tech. Yeah, a little too much contact there, which is you got to have that much contact on Mason to stop him. And is exactly what they had to do. I think I was questioning a little bit why Hughes is on Mason, but Hughes is strong.
He is.
He's
a good two-way player.
He really is.
I've been impressed with him.
Yeah, very impressive player. Smart, just, and also keeps his head up, doesn't get down.
Senior.
And even at this point, it looks like it's a losing cause. You're down 20, still 20 points, and they don't seem rattled. Hughes is wide open in the corner. England saw it a little too late. That's a big hit by Balach. Can they get 5 more of those to go in the next 2 minutes and keep SAGU from scoring?
You can sense the excitement on the SAGU bench. Close to punching the ticket.
Bailey was wide open. That was the possession. That was really the stop you needed. Couldn't get the rebound, though.
And now another 25 seconds.
Yeah, and what do? You just play tight, good defense. You're going to get it to a guy that's just going to get the foul every time. The Mountain, and this is a question I think we had planned to ask Montana Tech, Coach Hyatt, but we never got around to it. But I wonder if also the altitude, they're used to playing. Now, I know it works in reverse, like you go up. They're a mile high up in Butte. And, it would be tough for SAGU to go up there. They need oxygen tanks up there. But I often wonder, is there some type of reverse effect that can you get too much oxygen? I don't know. Does something happen in your headspace when you come down to sea level and you have to exert this much energy? 2 back-to-back shots for Balach.
I think a lot of it is SAGU is just really that good.
Oh, no, there's no question about that. But uncharacteristically. I mean, they shot Montana shot 8% from the 3-point line in the first half. I mean, they're not used to that. That's out of character. And I think it was more than just good defense. They were missing wide open shots. And that didn't draw anything. Just at this point.
Under a minute.
Yeah, just trying to get something up. They know they got to score quickly. And now Coach Hyatt is giving a good old line change and getting the big dogs out, getting the rest of the bench some time.
We've made it to the fast numbers on the clock.
That is true. 50 seconds, and I would say after this possession, if there's a chance to get the rest of the bench in for Coach Dale, they will, yep. And now he gets a line change, and everyone on the bench now has gotten in a playoff game in this national championship tournament. So no DNPs for this team. Here comes Bake. No good. Baumstark gets on the board with his first 2 points. And SAGU, no shot clock left. Mr. Todman will dribble it out.
To Kansas City we go.
It is going to be yet another interesting opportunity for the Lions of SAGU. They have yet what they would call unfinished business in Kansas City. They lost in the Final Four and got ousted by a very good shooting Lewis and Clark U team. And I think SAGU just knew they could play much better than they did that night. And there's one thing different this year than last year. And that was the Final Four team. One thing different. Do you know what that is?
I have an idea.
Let's hear it.
Nick Mason.
The number one player in the nation, Nick Mason. So you're going back to Kansas City with the same exact team that you got to the Final Four with. And lost a good one. But you didn't have your best player, the number one player in the nation. But you got him now. So this is an exciting time for SAGU. And it's really on them. It's really their championship to lose this year. You see there the gathering of the two teams with the end of game prayer that is customary here at SAGU. Coach Dill sending this team off and ending a great game in a word of prayer. Very nice. And the crowd gives a good SAGU ovation to Montana Tech for a job well done, just coming up a little bit short. It's tough to come in the Schaefer Center and get a win. And this team's on a mission, Coach. We didn't really talk about it. I don't know. I guess we're not really superstitious, but you don't want to jinx anything, right? You just don't want to get the cart before the horse. And now they're back to Kansas City And it's their championship to lose. I at this point, I don't know.
Well, it's hard to win, but this team is loaded. I mean,
just when you look at it, yeah,
it's hard to win. But
it is, and it was a little bit to the disservice of the rest of the teams in the bracket, right, in the 64, to have SAGU get assessed to be the 24th seed. I mean, we all know, if anybody knows, they just got a little bit bored in the season, and they dropped a few. But
had to deal with a couple of injuries.
Yeah, a big one to Tyler Kinghorn, which has been a huge loss. I mean, when you go,
imagine
if you had Tyler Kinghorn on this team, it's Mike Tyson against everybody else. Just it would take a miracle to lose, and still, I think that team is still available. It's just very interesting. SAGU gets seeded 24th, and they obviously should have been the first seed in this list and bracket. But they look more at the numbers. It's hard in the NAIA to assess how things are going. Mr. Kashila sits on the rim. That's great. That's going to be great. CBS Channel 11, the local affiliate here in Dallas, gets a good shot of that. I hope that makes the highlights on their sports news tonight. And they're cutting down the net, which is kind of cool to see. But it's really hard to assess where teams should be. You just kind of left it looking at some pure numbers like wins and losses, and who'd you play, how did they do. There were at least 2, maybe 3 more teams from the Sooner Athletic Conference that were better than the bottom half of the 64 that made this conference is unbelievably loaded.
And the Sooner, it reminds me of the old Big East days.
Yeah. I see some teams out there that even got first and second seeds in these brackets, and you go, well, if they played in the Sooner Athletic Conference, they would be lucky to even be in the tournament.
There's a lot of Sooner teams at the house right now that are very worthy of this tournament.
It's absolutely true. And so the contrast is tough. It's just tough to, know that's really not the problem of the guys making the decision, because it's nearly impossible to know all that. It doesn't work that way in the NAIA. So you kind of got to build everything based on conference reputation. You can only send so many from a conference, really. And you got to give everybody a little bit of love and keep this thing interesting. But there's no doubt SAGU should have been the number 1 seed in the list and bracket. And it's not even really a close second.
Well, you play the game, and then you see. Did we get it right?
It's true. It's true.
So, the cream rises, and as John Wooden always said, the team with the best players usually wins.
Yep.
So
the one thing, as we were analyzing the brackets, the one thing that does look in favor of SAGU, they in their run to the Final Four at least. So that means they got to win the bracket, right? I think, and it really depends. I got to go reevaluate now that William Penn's lost. But it looks like it's going to be a no-brainer, easy run to the Final Four for SAGU. Thomas More will be next, and then I don't know if we can flip over to the bracket so we can all take a look at it. Let's see.
Science and Arts is
Oklahoma Wesleyan is They're on top and 7 now. Still a good bit of time to play in their game. So if you say they're definitely seated well to beat Kansas Wesleyan. I think they played them a few times already this year. Science and arts, wow. That could be, now that I look at it, science and arts, it'll probably be a SAGU and it's going to be a Sooner shootout to see who goes to the Final Four. Wow.
The USAO's down with 30 seconds.
Oh, I read that wrong. Wow. LSU Shreveport that would be a huge upset over science and arts. It looks like it's going to happen. Science and arts looks like they put it all out there last night and then didn't leave any more for the tank. And Shreveport, wow. You put SAGU against any of those 3 teams, Oklahoma Wesleyan, Kansas Wesleyan, LSU, Shreveport, it's looking good. Although Thomas More is the 2nd seeded team. And we'll see.
It'll be fun to watch it.
It really will. The guys are having a blast cutting down the net. And in this Waxahachie site, they call them pods. There's 16 of those pods that are happening right now. So there'll be 16 sets of nets cut down across the country this evening. Some have already been cut down. We're cutting down ours now, and then there's a few more to go. It looks like Xavier and Arizona Christian in a shootout. A lot of game left to play there. Bethel from the KCAC over St. Francis right now. William Jessup. Man, Heart of America and that Middle America really did a lot of work this year. Had some good teams up there.
Who's your player of the game today?
Oh, I would say Nick Mason. I mean,
I agree with that.
He's definitely top contributor, really. But just his presence and what he was doing, he was taking Montana Tech out of their game. And
tall task for any team.
Really, I mean, when you think about it, you're going to try to guard him one-on-one. Just, that's going to be a tough road. Tough road. And the pictures, looks like they've kind of got most of the net cut down, and the pictures being taken and the excitement, everybody's happy and cheering, and smiles on everyone's faces. Everybody's beginning to file out. It was good. It was good, Coach. I appreciate you sitting in, giving us some expert analysis.
I don't know about expert, but it's always fun to sit in here with you and get to give the best seat to watch the game.
Absolutely. And this will be the last home game of the season. Really, it was sprung on us just 10 days ago, I guess. We didn't even know we were going to be able to do this, so we thought we were done. And we got the pleasure of doing 3 more games together, and that was awesome. Love this, and we'll be scoreboard watching for the rest of the day and then all next week. This is going to be a fun week in NAIA basketball. You're not going to want to miss it, so stay tuned. If you don't have any other way to get your news, we'll keep you up to date with all the bracketology that's going on for the NAIA, at least, and keep you up to date not only with SAGU, but just how things are going in the national tournament. So stay with us on our social portals, Facebook and Twitter, our main portals, but you can go back and rewatch this game or any of the other games on the SAGU Sports Network at any time you want. They'll always be there. Thanks to YouTube for making that happen. Well, it's been real. It's been great. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm John Cookman, my partner in broadcast, Coach Michael Sons, and this incredible student crew led by the producer James Lex, and his assistant Mindy Hodges, and the live director for media Josh Anderson. It's been an absolute pleasure to serve you this way. We hope you have a great rest of your evening. Stay tuned to the SAGU Sports Network.